Essentials Pilates routine for February 2021. So we're going to start with some functional work, and we will be starting off with our squats. If you cross your arms over your chest and then keeping your legs in parallel, your spine in neutral, your core muscles softly engaged, we sit back into our squat. So the weight goes into the heel, the knee stays directly above the ankle. We drive through to standing. We sit back to squat, drive through to standing. So you're bending at your hip joint, bending at your knee joint. They are the primary two joints that are doing the most movement in our squat. And you might want to imagine that there's a chair behind you that you are sitting down into with your squat. We'll do two more in range of movement. And then we are going to sit into squat and hold it, working the inner range with a pulse. So we'll press it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Driving through to standing and releasing the arms. Now we're going to leave the right leg where it is and step back with the left leg. Raise the left heel off the mat. So at the moment, both legs are straight. We'll be bending both of our knees and straightening both of our knees. Bending our knees and straightening our knees. So front knee stays directly above the ankle and your torso stays tall when you are working your lunge. If you want to, you can have a little bit of a bicep curl. I do want you to watch out for your body doing this. It's not supposed to do that when you lunge. So we don't want any forward flexion at the hip with torso stays bolt upright. If you think about your torso being in a lift and that lift is going up and down, then that is exactly the movement that your torso should be doing. We'll stay in the bottom of our static lunge, and again we'll pulse it, pressing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, releasing, and then we're reversing the legs, left leg forwards, right leg back. We'll do a little bit of a tricep extension. And for your tricep extension, your elbows need to stay behind your shoulders. Your elbows are bent, they straighten and they bend. The shoulder stays nice and still. Torso, again, like it's in that lift, we're going straight down, straight up. The legs should be doing all the work. Front leg and back leg will both be working. Two more. Staying down on the last one, pulse, press 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Legs come together. We're going to step wide next. Crossing your arms the opposite way that you had them last time. Knees going out over your toes for wide leg squat, full range. Keeping your arch so you don't roll your knees forwards. Pressing them out towards your little toes. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And last one. And then we go down, we work the inner range, pressing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive through to standing and bring the legs together. So for our next exercise, we will be working on ankle sway. I'm going to do a circle this time. Torso stays nice and still. Movement is just your ankle joint. You'll feel your weight go through your feet. You'll roll big toe, little toe, heel, and you'll be doing little toe, big toe, heel on the opposite leg at the same time. Circle it back in the opposite direction. I'll go side on. And when we all do this in class, if we're all going in the same direction at the same time, makes me feel slightly seasick. One more in each direction. Sorry. last time in this direction, and then we'll release to our standing position. Peeling through the heels with foot pedal, changing legs each time, and whichever knee comes forwards, the opposite arm reaches forwards as well. We peel and peel, peel and peel. For 4 more, walking through 4, 3, 2, and 1. Double heels, peel them both. Raise and lower. Again, raise and lower, both heels. So we're heading up to the ball of the foot with our double heel raise, making sure we don't rotate out towards the little toes. Last 2. Hold the last one, 10-second balance. 10, 9, 8, 7, I failed, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Okay, from there, we're going to work the spine with a nice lateral flexion over and back, changing sides each time. Assess how far down your leg you can slide your fingers. And notice how tight the muscles feel compared to the opposite side of the body. So our pelvis should stay nice and still as we're doing side bends, avoiding the temptation to push the pelvis out to the side like this. But we're stretching away from it. Once more in each direction. And then come back to center. Soften the knee, standing cat. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. We've got 4 more to go. And 3. And 2. Last one. Release the arms and step wide. Now your next exercise is going to be a little bit of a challenge for your balance. So we're doing wide leg squat, and as you come up, touch the knee. Wide leg squat, as you come up, touch the opposite knee. Wide leg squat, touching the knee. Wide leg squat, touching the opposite knee. Now that's the reason that I'm working off the mat and I'm on the floor, because if I was trying to do this on the mat, there's absolutely no way that my ankle stability would be able to cope with that at the moment. So we're using inner thigh to sweep the leg across. And we're going for 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And last 1. Well done. Hold the wide leg squat. Just squat. And up. And squat. And up. And squat. And up. And squat. We're going to stay down in our squat position to do rotations. So if you hold it now, knees bent, and if you do feel that your legs feel too fatigued, please come up straight legs, rotating side and center. Pelvis and legs staying nice and still. 4 more, side and center, and 3, and center. Last 2. Last 1, stay in bent knee position, release the arms, roll the shoulders. Circling back. Hold the shoulders back and down, alternate heels, raise, and lower, change it, raise, and lower, change it, raise, and lower. Now as you raise, arms, and lower. Effortless arm float, keeping the shoulder blades down the back as you're peeling the heels. 1 more to each side. And then there we go, double heels. Let's give it a go, both heels. Raise and lower. Again, raise and lower. Hold it, scapular retraction, squeeze it back, shoulder blades together, apart, together, apart, together, apart. So you're trying to press your shoulder blades towards your spine. Have we got 4 more? It's tough staying here. If it's too much, heels down, knees straight in 3. Last 2. And last 1. Well done, release it, straighten out those legs and bring it together. So we'll use functional lunge to get us down to the mat, to 4-point kneeling, where we shall do our cat stretch once we're in 4 points. So if you take your preferred foot forwards, bend your knees, go all the way down to kneeling, and then onto your hands, taking a breath in, engage your core, breath out, flex the spine, breath in, extend it, breath out, flex. Breath in, extend. Breath out, flex. Breath in, extend. And last time, flex and extend. Sit back to shell, pressure coming off the wrists. Pelvis anchored to the heels. Make as much space as you can from your sitting bones to your fingertips. Stretching and flexing into the back, into the shoulders, into the arms. One more cycle of breath in and out. And then come up via 4-point kneeling, taking a quarter turn. We'll do the prep for the side bend. So our legs are bent, bottom leg is in contact with the floor, and top foot, knee points to the ceiling with the top foot in front of your bottom foot, okay? Wrists on the knee. Now you want your heels and your hands as far away from your pelvis as you feel comfortable to take them until your arm is straight here. And then we'll engage the core muscles. Weight goes into the hand and it goes into the front knee as well as the feet to stretch it over and release it back. Stretch it over and release it back. So we get dynamic shoulder load in here. If you notice the way that the torso and the arm travel in relation to each other, arms close to the torso, and it gets further away as you go into your side bend. So this demands that your shoulder has to stabilize through a range of movement. We'll do 2 more. At the moment, we're only asking it to lift about half of our body weight because we're keeping that leg down. Last 1. And then we'll move to side lying. Now in our side lying position, we'll take the legs straight. We'll extend it down. If you're uncomfortable lying on your arm, pop a pad there. We'll work the side lying leg lift series. Starting with stage 1, we point the toe, lift, flex, lower. Point, lift, flex, lower. Point, lift, flex, lower. Point, lift, flex and lower. 2 more to go, and then we'll go to stage 2, which is circles. And we're doing 6 repetitions at each level. So if we point the toe, lift the leg, and then from the hip we'll circle it 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle back, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the leg. Now staggered leg lift is stage 3. So we lift the top leg up, squeeze the bottom leg up to meet it, and lower them both together. Top leg, bottom leg, lower. Top, bottom, lower. Top, bottom, lower. 2 more to go here to take us to our 6. And last 1. And then it's both legs at the same time. We'll lift 6 and lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now keeping the double leg lift going, we raise the head and shoulders at the same time for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing down, we bend both the knees and stretch the thigh on the top leg, tucking the tail between the legs. Releasing the foot. Passive extensions, we'll work through Cobra, so we're going to move on to our tummy. Take the feet to the edge of the mat, place the hands in front of the shoulders. Start your movement from the top of the spine, right at the base of the skull, to get spine extension up. Remember to keep your shoulder blades away from your ears. Release it down. Extend it up. Releasing down. So a lovely slide of those shoulder blades down the back as you extend the spine up. If it helps to have something visual, you might want to think about trying to slide your shoulder blades into the back pockets of your trousers. Last time through. And then we'll move on to our opposite side. We'll do side lying leg lift series first. I'm going to turn my back to you very briefly to set us off. So we're in a nice long straight position. We'll start with the top leg, point the toe, raise, flex, lower. Point, raise, flex, lower. Point, raise, flex, lower. Point, raise, flex and lower. Twice more. Point, raise, flex and lower. Last one. Point, raise, flex and lower. Circles. Point the toe, lift the legs. Circle 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Notice where the legs touch. Let's recreate that in the air. So we raise top leg, bottom leg, lower. 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 2 more. And last one. Now both legs at the same time. Raise 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and then we add the upper body movement. So we lift the head and the legs. 6. Shoulders coming up as well. Try and make as much space as you can between the armpit and the mat. Last 3. Lift 3 and 2. Final one. Release it down and finish with thigh stretch on that side. Releasing from thigh stretch, we're going to work the hips. We're going onto our back. And we're going to work the hips and external rotation with clam. Okay. So start with your right leg. Now your clam movement when you're lying on your back is a knee drop out and a squeeze it back in. Knee drop out and a squeeze it back in. And you're trying to keep your pelvis and your spine nice and still, nice and stable against the weight and the movement of this leg as it rolls out to the side. We'll go for 2 more with the right hip, last one, and then we'll change to the left hip. We engage the core, left leg turns out and in, turns out and in. Now you can focus on your posture through the head, the neck and the shoulders in this position by trying to keep the shoulders back and down, the arms flat against the floor, and the head in a neutral position, making sure you're not in a chin poke position. and that you've got a nice flat face. Last 2 repetitions of knee drops on the left leg, and then when we finish the last one, we'll go heel slide, opposite arm, over and back, changing sides each time, keeping our pelvis, our shoulder blades and the back of our head nice and steady in contact with the mat, as well as maintaining the core muscles engaged. If this feels a little bit easy, increase the intensity by doing double arm floats. And then if it still feels a bit easy, increase the intensity again. Double heel slides, double arm floats. Abdominals staying perfectly flat, so we're not bulging up at any point. We'll make these our last 2 repetitions at whichever level is the best for you. And then when we have finished that last one, we're going to work knee folds to tabletop and back down again, changing the lead leg. Knee fold to tabletop and back down again. Ensure that you don't cheat this one, and by cheating, on your way back down, your feet end up closer to your bottom, so you don't end up moving at your hip joint, you end up moving at your knee joints like this, and that means that the load in the core is somewhat reduced, makes the exercise ineffective. So as far as I'm concerned, an exercise that's ineffective isn't worth doing. So make yourself work hard. If you're not working hard, find the level that you need to be working at so that you are working effectively with your time. We'll stay in tabletop this time. Okay, so try that knee drop out from tabletop, right leg. Out and in again. Out and in. So all we've done now is the knee drops that we practiced earlier on with our feet on the floor, we're now doing with our legs in the air. 2 more to go, and you'll feel the extra work that you've got in your core and your leg muscles. 1 more, changing to left. Out and in. Four more to go on our left. And then we're going to do the same movement pattern that we had earlier with our heel slides, but when we work from tabletop, it becomes heel glides. Last one. So we glide right leg and left leg. Right leg and left leg. Now to add the arms, they can start directly above the shoulders this time, and then as you glide, opposite arm, opposite arm. Double arms increases your intensity. Double arms and double legs increases intensity again. Work at the level that's right for you. We've got 4 more to go. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release it down. Lengthen it out. Legs down the mat, arms extended over. Now we need to balance our side bend prep work, which we haven't done yet, okay? So if you bend one knee, push yourself over onto your side and push yourself up, and then position yourself with your top knee pointing to the ceiling, top foot in front of your bottom foot, and your bottom leg is on the floor and you bent. Wrist on the knee, so if those legs are any closer, they need to go further away. Take a breath in, engage, weight goes into the knee, we flex it over, inhale back, exhale over, inhale back, exhale over, inhale back, exhale over, inhale back, last 2, exhale over, inhale back, and last 1, exhale over, inhale back. Seated pelvic tilts. So we're moving from straight spine to flexed spine, straight spine, flexed spine. Breathe into the straight spine, breathe out to the flexed spine. Breathe into the straight spine, breathe out to the flexed spine. Stay here if this is the right level for you. To make it tougher, stay with the flexed spine, take the support away from the thighs. Breathe out to lower, breathe in to return. Breathe out to lower, breathe in, return. Breathe out, lower, breathe in, return. Breathe out, lower, breathe in, return. Last two. Breathe out, lower, breathe in, return. And last one, breathe out, lower, breathe in, return, and release. We're moving to 4-point kneeling. And in our 4-point kneeling position, we're placing hands under shoulders, knees underneath hips, with spine in neutral. So I focus in front of your fingers, engaging the core. Knees are floating 1 centimetre off the mat. We raise and lower. Let's go again. Knee float, raise and lower. Knee float, raise and lower. If the foot position doesn't work for you, you can have feet flat, raise and lower. Knee float, raise and lower. Knee float, raise and lower. Last two, raise and lower. Last one, raise and lower. Come up high kneeling, shoulder girdle, retract, protract, retract, protract, retract. So retract is to pull backwards. So you're pulling your shoulder blades backwards each time you retract. Last two and last one. Now we'll do the same with our head and neck. Release the arms. So we'll do chin, retract, protract, retract, protract, retract, protract, retract. And the emphasis here is on pulling our chin backwards, aligning our cervical vertebra. Last time. Bring it into retraction. Scissor arms. We take one arm up, change it, change it. Now again, if you find you uncomfortable in kneeling, please take yourself either to standing or seated. We're going to hold the arm scissor, side stretch over. Change the scissor, reverse the side stretch. I'd like you to consider the hand that's sliding down the leg with the side stretch. Notice how far down it goes on each side. Compare one side to the other. What's the range of movement like? What do the muscles feel like? We'll take this once more to each side. Before releasing the arms, we're coming back to 4 points. Now this time, with your neutral position, you're going to extend one leg back and then work the hip to raise and lower. If you're uncomfortable on your hands in your 4-point position, modify down to elbows. Keep the leg nice and straight, the thigh beautifully strong, so it's a straight leg lift. We'll go 4. We'll go 3. We'll go 2. We'll go 1, then we're going to work the top of the range. Lift and press. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Static hold, 10, 9, 8, 7. Careful you don't let that leg drop down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide down, pull in, change legs. Slide it out, raise and lower. So it's glute max that's working here. Two more to go. And then we'll move to the top, we'll pulse it, pressing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Static hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Bring the knee back, sit back to shell, taking your side stretch in one direction and hold it. It should feel slightly uncomfortable running down one side of your arm into your torso, into your back. Focus on your breathing to try to encourage your muscles to relax into position. Taking one more cycle of breath in and out. And then move your side stretch around in the opposite direction. Breathing into it. Relaxing on the breath out. Last cycle of breath in and out. And then bring it back to centre. Up to 4 points and quarter turn it. So you're working on your elbow. Spine is long and neutral. You're not relaxed down into your shoulder. You lift it up. Knees are stacked there, poking forwards, and your feet are on top of each other. They are bent. Knee drop on our side. This is clam. We open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. For 4 and 3. 2 and 1. Open to the top and pulse. Now you have to make sure with your clam that you don't roll your pelvis backwards. You are only moving your leg. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Static hold to the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release it. Excellent. Let's swing that round and work that on the other side immediately. So you're pushing into the mat with that arm to keep the spine long and straight. Knees are bent forwards, feet are in line with your bottom. Open to the clam. 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more. 3, 2 and 1. We pulse it at the top. Press 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Static hold. Open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release it. Lovely. We're going to go onto our back and work pelvic floor. So it'll be a maximum contraction of pelvic floor for 10 seconds. So if you get your position in supine lying, parallel ankles, knees, arms down by your sides, without clenching your buttocks, so you'll be able to pop your hands on your bottom. They should be nice and soft. Draw maximally into your pelvic floor, so you're pulling up internally. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Repeat it. Maximally into pelvic floor. Pull up and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and let it go. Let's go for a third time. Maximally into the pelvic floor. Pulling up, holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the pelvic floor. Now bring your right leg into tabletop. Arms are down by the sides, open the chest, press them back. Stirring the knee, pelvis staying nice and still as you mobilize into the hip joint. Opposite way. Release that leg, change it to the opposite one. Stir with the knee for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opposite way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing that leg. Now bring legs to tabletop, hands above shoulders. I'm going to tuck the chin, raise the head and shoulders, pull the hands down towards the hips, and lower, and raise. Now if your neck feels uncomfortable, just pop one hand behind it. Change hands if you're using your hand to support. So this is our prep in tabletop. And you're working to keep the pelvis and the spine neutral against the weight of the head, the shoulder blades as you lift them up, and the legs as they are held at the tabletop position. Last 2. And last one. Releasing it down. Bring the arms down by the sides, tilt the pelvis backwards, flat back and neutral. Tilt it back, tilt it forwards to neutral. Exhale back, inhale forwards to neutral. Exhale back, inhale forwards to neutral. Go through 4 more pelvic tilts. 3, 2, last one. And then extend the range, roll into bridge, roll it up, roll it down, roll it up, and roll it down. Concentrate on your feet, trying to keep your feet in 3-point balance as you roll up to the top of your bridge, as well as when you roll down to the bottom. And those 3 points of balance are the centre of our heel, through the ball of the foot at the base of the big toe and also the base of the little toe. Okay, we're going to put a couple of moves together. So this time, when we roll to bridge, we're going to stay there. We're going to bring one leg into tabletop. So we roll to bridge, we hold it, bring one leg to tabletop, knee stir. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the knee stir. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to release the leg. Change to the opposite one. Knee stir. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that foot down. Roll out of bridge. Challenging. Let's go again. Roll up. Changing your lead leg. So I'm going to come up to tabletop with my left leg this time. You're not allowed to lose any height in your bridge. Okay, so when you come up here, don't let yourself go down here. Circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that leg. Change to the opposite. Circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it and roll it down. Go to full body stretch, legs down the mat, arms extended overhead. Circle the arms to the side in a W position and bring legs into your supine lying adducted position. So your feet and knees are together. Rotate, knee roll. Legs stay glued together. As we peel the back of the pelvis, the soles of the feet off the floor, rolling side and centre. Last time through. And then when you come back to centre, bring legs to tabletop, again adducted, and try that knee roll from tabletop. So we should only let ourselves go over as far as we're keeping our legs glued together. Once more in each direction. And then we come back to centre, release the legs down and release the arms down by our sides. Okay, buttocks relaxed, pelvic floor again. This time contract maximally for 1 second and then release. So we contract, release, contract, release, contract, release, contract, release. 6 more, release, and 5, release, 4, release, 3, release, 2, release, last one, and release. Bring one knee towards the chest. Hold the back of the thigh and extend the opposite leg away, allowing the pelvis to tilt backwards. You have the option here that you can flex upwards, hold underneath the arch of your foot, and use that to get much more kind of compressive force into that thigh and get it closer towards your chest if you wish to. You might find that that's just a bit much. Stay with your hands behind your thigh if it was. Moving from thigh stretch to hamstring stretch, we're going to extend the leg. We want to be holding onto the ankle at this point as we extend the leg with the knee still bent. And that stretch is going to be somewhere around in this part of our leg. Release the leg and extend it. Bring the opposite leg in. Hold behind the thigh. And your progression is to flex up, hold underneath the arch of the foot, and really compress that thigh in close towards the chest. So we move our hands either from the arch of the foot or the back of the thigh to the ankle, and we extend the leg at the knee, getting that stretch into the hamstrings, but still keeping a nice soft knee there as we straighten it away. Releasing the leg, we move to figure of 4 stretch. We'll prop one ankle up on the opposite knee, lift the leg. If you wish to, you can link your hands around the back of your supporting leg there, but do keep turning that knee out to the side to get a good stretch into the buttocks, which I do have to say they've worked fairly hard. We've done a lot of external rotation with clams in various positions. So we'll change legs, we'll do the same stretch opposite way. And then we'll release it. We're going to move to seated, so you may find that you want to turn onto your preferred side and push up. We'll do long adductor stretching seated, taking the feet away from each other, legs are nice and long. if you do want to sit on a little block or a book at this point to help you sit up straight with your spine, then please do so. Adding a side stretch. You're going to place your hand down at one side, your other arm into the air, reach your fingertips away, try to get your elbow onto the floor. Release and change. So fingertips go down, arm goes up, slide your hand away, try and get that elbow down on the floor. Releasing, bringing the legs together. We're going to bend one leg at the knee, cross it over, and we are rotating towards the bent knee for our hip rotator stretch. In seated, keeping spine tall. Imagine the crown of the head extending towards the ceiling. Release and change. Reversing to go the opposite way. Release from there, we'll come to 4-point kneeling. We're going to use lunge as a functional movement to come to standing. Now, if you do want to challenge yourself, put your not best foot forwards. So non-dominant leg forwards and drive up to standing. Once we're standing, let's just remobilize, circle the shoulders, circle the arms, circle the hips, and reverse. And then circle those ankles, change it, and a nice deep breath in with a stretch towards the ceiling. I hope you've enjoyed that one. You can practice that until your next instalment in March. Well done.